So in this video, I want to talk about market manipulation in the Pokemon space right now. I wanted to make this video because recently everybody has been speaking on the whole Destin Rivals situation. Now I will be making a separate video, I believe tomorrow, talking about that specific situation. But since everybody's just talking about market manipulation, I just want to give my take on market manipulation because I see a lot of channels out there make these types of videos where they speak about the market manipulation happening in this market. And I feel like when people talk about market manipulation, it's sort of overstated of what it means for the market. And I just want to give my take on market manipulation and how I feel like it's not all that crazy like people make it seem. So I guess first let's just establish what market manipulation even is. So market manipulation is artificial, right? And in Pokemon, it consists of buyouts, right? And I'll give an example, I guess, of a buyout, but usually prices how they appreciate naturally is, let's say, someone out there goes on TCG Player, buys, let's say, a booster box or a card or whatever, and they just want to buy it for their own personal reasons, either to open, keep sealed for their collection, whatever it is. But it's just individually their purchasing decision. They just want to buy it just to buy it. But market manipulation and buyouts are coordinated. It's for the purpose of bringing prices up much higher than they were previously at. And I'll give an example of that. So let's say a booster box right now you can buy on TCG Player for $400. Well, somebody that wants to manipulate the market may look and be like, hey, there's only 10 booster boxes between $400 and $500, and then the next booster box is, let's say, $800. I'm gonna buy, or maybe a group of people, I'm gonna buy all these 10 booster boxes between $400 to $500. The next cheapest box will be $800, and their hopes is that it'll establish a new higher market price. Now, does it always work? No, but that's the intent, and that's how I guess people want to try to manipulate the market, is by buying a certain amount of supply at a price point so that the next cheapest box or the next cheapest card is much more expensive. And that's what a buyout is, and what people talk about being market manipulation, and what we saw with Destin Rivals. Now, like I said, I am generally just going to speak about market manipulation, and I'm going to be talking about Destin Rivals, I believe, tomorrow. But here's the thing with market manipulation. I feel like it's so overstated in this space. Guys, this has been happening for a long time in this market. Ever since this bull market really started, we have seen what you want to call buyouts, manipulation. This has been a thing. Like, people are looking at, Destin Rivals as, and everyone's talking about it. Like, this is the first time manipulation or whatever you want to call it, artificial domain, has happened, or whatever you want to, whatever terminology you want to use. This has been a thing. Like, I don't know why people are so surprised that this happens. In a bull market, this stuff happens everywhere. We've seen it with many cards, single cards. There's like plenty you can name out there where previously we've seen like hundreds of copies selling, or a very large amount, and then things skyrocket. We've seen this with other sealed product. This is not new, right? We saw it with the Paladin Fates booster bundles. We've seen this with 151 booster bundles. We've seen this with PC ETBs. We've seen this with regular ETBs. We've seen this with like the celebration stuff. All this stuff has happened. It's like, I don't understand why people, it's just like another situation that happens and they're like, oh, it's crazy. Well, look at all the past stuff that's happened. We're in a bull market. This market manipulation stuff, these buyouts, they happen, right? And why I'm bringing this up is because so many people look at this and say, oh, this is the top, guys. This is the red flag. This is it. This is the bubble. But it's been happening. Like, this is not a new thing, but every single time there's a card that doubles in price, triples in price, everyone's like, oh, this is it. Bro, this has been happening for months and months. This is not a new thing. And when I see people make these videos, it astonishes me how many people continue to say, this is the end, this is the top of the market, here it is, it's all over. When I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is just part of this market. It's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's a good thing, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's gonna happen. Some people have money, some people want to take a risk. Okay, I'm just gonna buy all of these until they hit this price point. Hopefully it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And I mean, sometimes the market price will skyrocket and it'll just drop back down. Usually, that's what happens to things that are artificially, I guess you could say, pumped or whatever, that are being bought out. Usually, they don't stay exactly where they I guess get to after being bought out. Usually, people will list under, and it may end up being higher than what it was originally at. But for the most part, things that skyrocket, large amount, they usually don't stay there. It just usually doesn't happen. But people make it seem like this crazy thing, like these buyouts and stuff, and it's really not. People may just look at the market, see the supply, and want to just buy out and see what happens. There's people that do that. But like I said, for the most part, from what I've seen, or even seen with Destin Rivals, whatever got bought out to, which was it was a crazy price point, it's not even there yet. It already got, there's already been many listings way under whatever it reached after being bought out. But like I said, that's going to be a separate video tomorrow, and I'll talk about that situation because the Destin Rivals thing is pretty crazy. But I mean, this whole buyout thing, and oh, this is the top of the market. We've seen this with like Sword and Shield. Like I can give many examples, like I said, Valiant Fates, Booster Bundles, 151, and all those other products. Guys, Sword and Shield literally had buyouts, what you want to call artificial or market manipulation. We saw booster boxes like Fusion Strike go to from 500 to 800. We saw Evolving Skies go up a large amount in a short period of time. Same thing with 151 PC. Like all of these products have been bought out before, but it's just, I guess, people, I don't know if it's what it is, but people just see another thing happening, another buyout, and they act like it's a brand new thing. And to me, it's just astonishing how many people treat it as this crazy thing. But literally, you can probably give you know many examples, like tens and tens of examples of every single buyout, every single market manipulation that has happened in this bull market. It's going to keep happening. This is not the end. Destin Rivals happened to that. It's going to happen to other products. These buyouts and stuff, market manipulation, it's going to continue to happen. And I really feel like it's going to happen again to Sword and Shield booster boxes where they get bought out. You want to call it market manipulation. It's going to happen. It's all a cycle. Things come back. And I feel like Sword and Shield, we've seen like 2 sort of buyouts, or, I guess a week where, prices appreciate a lot. It's probably going to happen again. I really, have been talking about it. I really believe at the end of the year, we're going to see a lot of these Sword and Shield booster boxes go up a lot, and they're going to get bought out. And I don't know why, but people look at those, things happening with Sword and Shield, but they don't act crazy like, oh, like this is crazy that, these are skyrocketing. It's more like, I guess, normalized, maybe because it's an older set, maybe because it's out of print. I don't know, but the whole thing, the whole basis is the same. They're getting bought out. This is literally part of the space, buyouts, and especially in bull markets, it happens. So I think some people are overreacting to these buyouts. Like, oh, people bought all these, and then now it's like, this crazy amount's gone up so much. Like, it's not that crazy. This is not a, top signal. It just happens. But some people overreact, and I feel like a lot of people are doing that with this whole Destin Rival situation. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. I just want to, say that I feel like a lot of people that are making these videos saying, oh, this is it. Well, it's happened so many times in the past, and it was not a top signal. I mean, the market is still extremely strong. So I feel like these buyouts are not indications of anything like that. I just feel like it's people taking a chance, an opportunity, maybe to hopefully maybe move prices up. It doesn't always work, but when people see it, they go crazy and act like it's some, insane thing. But it happens. It is what it is in the market. But I don't really think it really means much. But that's all I wanted to say in this video and my take on it. You guys can let me know if you agree with me or not. But I think it is overstated. Like, oh, market manipulation. Guys, it's been happening. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.